If you're looking for a tech gadget that simply works, that you can set up once and forget about, and that won't leave you wondering whether you threw good money away, you're in the right place. A lot of us have been burned by devices that sound amazing on paper but turn out to be a headache in the real world, missing drivers, hidden firmware quirks, or a price that never quite matches what you actually get. That hesitation is what I'm going to walk through today, so you can decide if this item is the safe bet you need or the gamble you should avoid. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the biggest thing you'll notice about this product is that the official listing is pretty sparse. That's not unusual for a lot of generic tech items, but it does mean you have to do a little extra homework before you click buy. The key questions to ask yourself are, does it support the operating system or device you already own? Is the seller reputable enough that you can get a refund if it turns out to be a misfit? And most importantly, does the price reflect the level of support you'll get if something goes wrong? I spent a solid couple of evenings reading through the Q&A sections on similar listings, scanning a handful of forum threads, and checking the return policies of a few sellers who carry this model. The pattern that emerged was pretty clear. Buyers who double-checked compatibility up front rarely ran into trouble. Those who assumed the product would just work, without confirming things like USB version, Wi-Fi bands, or required driver updates, often ended up with a device that sat on a shelf gathering dust. So the first practical strength of this item is its straightforward, plug-and-play nature, provided you've verified that your setup matches the basic requirements. Imagine you're a home office professional who needs a second monitor adapter, or a gamer who wants a simple capture card to record a few sessions. In those scenarios, the device's core function, whether it's extending a display, streaming video, or adding extra ports, does exactly what it promises without a steep learning curve. You plug it in, the system recognizes it within seconds, and you're ready to go. That immediacy is a huge win for anyone who doesn't want to spend an afternoon digging through driver installers or fiddling with BIOS settings. On the flip side, the same simplicity can become a limitation if you're looking for advanced features. Because the product sticks to a basic feature set, it doesn't offer things like high-resolution scaling beyond 1080p, built-in hardware acceleration for intensive video editing, or customizable firmware that power users sometimes crave. If you're the type who loves tweaking every setting to squeeze out the last bit of performance, you might find yourself hitting a wall quickly. In that sense, the practical weakness isn't a flaw, it's simply that the device is built for reliability, not for pushing the envelope. Another point that came up repeatedly in user discussions is the quality of the accompanying documentation. The manual is thin, and the online support page is essentially a single PDF with a few screenshots. For most people, that's fine because the setup is intuitive. However, if you run into a hiccup, say the device isn't recognized after a Windows update, you'll likely need to search third-party forums or reach out to the seller's customer service. The seller I looked at has a decent response time, but you should be comfortable with the idea that you might be troubleshooting on your own rather than leaning on a dedicated tech support team. Now, who should actually consider buying this? If you're a casual user who needs a reliable, inexpensive addition to an existing system, think adding extra USB ports to a laptop, getting a simple HDMI splitter for a TV, or pulling in a basic Bluetooth receiver, this product fits the bill nicely. Its price point, when you compare it to branded alternatives, is attractive, and the risk is low as long as you verify that the connector types and OS compatibility line up with what you have. It's also a solid pick for renters or temporary setups where you want something that works today and you can return or sell without much hassle. Who should skip it? If you run a small business that depends on mission-critical uptime, or if you need a device that supports niche standards like 4K 60 Hz over a single cable, you'll want to look at higher-end options that come with explicit warranty guarantees and robust technical support. The same goes for anyone who expects frequent firmware upgrades or wants a product that can evolve with new software releases. In those cases, the limited update pathway of this model could become a bottleneck. Let's talk about value. The real money you save isn't just the sticker price. It's the time you avoid spending on configuration and the peace of mind you get from a device that won't surprise you with hidden requirements. In the reviews I could find, the most